Welcome back. It's Chanel here, and I have today a small space bathroom makeover, the beginning, which is going to be part one. As you can see here, what I'm showing you is a overview of the entire room as it is now. The color that I like to call the lower portion below the chair rail is called Hershey Brown. With the top portion, it is called Innocence. What I'm pointing out on the floor is it's staying the same. The floor will not be changing, but what I will be changing is the color of the two vanities that you see here, along with the knobs. These are some knobs that I had purchased some years ago, and I still have them. The middle one that I was pointing out with the gold, and that is pretty much kind of be what those will be the ones that I will be using some of, along with the other gold handles. The paneling on the wall is staying the same, but again, all of the color along the top portion is changing along with the bottom. And I'm going to add something a little extra and special you'll see towards the end of the video. So I'm going to spin around here and show you the rest of the room. As you can see, it's a small space, but it's long and narrow. It's the average size, I guess, bathroom size that has a double vanity. I will be changing the mirrors in the space along with that, and we have some new light fixtures that will be going in as well, which will be the next upcoming video. But this one, we're going to go ahead and get started with part one. Next, I'll go up under the sink, and don't judge me. This was my girl's previous bathroom, and I just started storing a few things in here, like a couple of humidifiers, along with some wall things that I was going to use for some towel holders. And so, yeah, I'm going to switch that.
So, yeah, this is one of those items that was in the cabinet that I'm keeping. I was reluctant to throw it away, but I'm gonna have to get rid of it. But this was some bath scrub that me and my daughters like to make things, bath products and stuff. And so my daughter that passed away, my baby girl, and this was one of her jars of bath scrubs that we did make, and I have been keeping it all of these years. So it's been well over 11 years of keeping this. So I know I can't put it on my skin or anything. It was just one of those things that are sentimental, but you have to let it go, and I'm gonna let it go on today. But yeah, I'm gonna take a photo of it so I have that memory always, and I definitely have it in my heart, of course. Just one of the many things that we did together. I just thought I'd share that moment when you're cleaning out spaces, because this was their bathroom that they shared. So yeah.
So let's move on to something a little bit more cheery, just a little background story on some of the things that were in the room. Going to go ahead and remove the mirrors here in this area. And along with that, I'm going to go ahead and give the walls a good wash down, which is something you need to do when prepping to paint your walls, and especially if you're going to add some wallpaper.
As you see, the vanity sits as of now. I'm going to keep them the top portion with the built-in sink. These may be changing out. The knobs, of course, I have replaced them over the years a couple of times, and I'm going to replace these. The cabinet, I really do like the cabinet. I like the size of the cabinet. I do like the two individual sinks, which was my girl's bathroom. Again, I still like the shape of them, the slight curve that they have. And you know, Chanel, she likes a good curve, because I am a curvy girl myself. And so I'm just going to give them a quick cleaning, which is definitely one of the #1 things you want to do. Painting any furniture, you want to give it always a really good cleaning. Now, due to the fact that this is in the bathroom, I am going to use a good cabinet grade paint so that it sticks well. Also, with these cabinets, because they are stained, they are wood and they are stained, and there has been some scratches and cleaning going on, I don't want any bleed through. So I get questions about how do I know if I need to prime my furniture. Wood, if the stain finish has been disturbed and you have been doing any sanding on it, you will want to go ahead and definitely prime your piece first. I want excellent adherence of the paint to these pieces, so I'm going to prime them also for that, because I do want the paint to stick excellently to it. I don't want it to be scratching off or coming off. And once I do paint them, I probably will, most likely, because it is a bathroom and it's going to get a lot of use in a bathroom, because I do use this bathroom on the daily because it's near my home office. And I will go ahead and put a top coat on it as well, just to seal it. But I love the height on these as well as the light fixtures. So this brown paint that you see on the walls has been here for many years, and I did do a fresh coat a few years ago, some years ago. So this is the bathroom. Normally if I'm painting and things like that, I come in here. And
now we'll go ahead and remove all of the hardware along with the toilet paper holder. Get ready to paint and then apply the new pieces of peel and stick wallpaper that I'm going to be adding to the space. Again, just to reiterate, you want to definitely give your piece, as always, the best cleaning possible for excellent adherence of your paint. So I need to fill in some of these holes that are on the wall from previously hanging up pictures. Here is a better view from this side, and then over here where I know those light fixtures are really ugly. Where I need to do the same over here where I took down the mirrors. You see, Chanel was listening to some great music and she decided to get her praise on while she was working. And now we will proceed with the actual painting of the lower portion and the top portion, because I am going to paint it even though I am covering portion of the wall, not the entire room, in the wallpaper, the peel and stick. And it is in a basic white off the shelf. Here again is the actual wallpaper, the peel and stick that I'm going to be using. It's by the brand, again, Cynthia Rowley. I purchased it again over 4 years ago, probably about 5, from Staples. It was on clearance and it's a beautiful pattern, as you can see, with all of the lovely colors that is going through it. I have to repeat this again, it has been discontinued. When I purchased it, it was being discontinued at that time. Here I go, starting with placing up this peel and stick. It was quite the job. A lot of people say it is very easy, which it definitely is easy applying it to the wall. The only thing about that is when you have a printed paper like this one that has a pattern, you have to line up that pattern, for the next piece. And that can be a little difficult, especially with the peel and stick, because it adheres to the wall. You have to peel it back off, and you can't peel it off too many times because, again, it won't have proper adherence. Along with that, you might want to use a leveler, especially starting with your first piece, to make sure that it is actually aligning vertically straight so that your paper won't start to wave as you continue to go across the wall laying it out. Now with this, again, the pattern, lining it up, so there were a lot of points that you'll see me peeling it up, sticking it back down, peeling it up, and putting it back down. But eventually I got it all up on this wall that was opposite the actual mirror wall. And then once I did get it all up there on that wall that was opposite the mirror wall, I thought about it and I thought to myself, that's actually not the place that you wanted to place the paper. Because again, I bought the paper on clearance and I knew I was not going to have enough of the paper to go around the entire room. I actually wanted it on the mirror wall because I didn't want the mirrors to reflect all of the florals from across the room, if that makes sense. So I eventually peeled it all up and I went back to the opposite side of the room. So stay tuned in for part 2, which we will be coming out this week. And let me know what you think about this wallpaper that I'm adding on the wall. And even in the comment section, let me know what color you think I am going to paint the actual vanities down below. And I will do a giveaway for the person that chooses the correct answer coming up soon. See you in the next one.